Hello guys, welcome to Synconics. So here in this video, I will show it to you a manufacturing product scenario for a trading company. So in which basically the trading company is responsible company to take the orders for customers based on the make to order and the manufacturing scenario. That can be any kind of the business. Let's take an example like the aluminum sections business, right? So they will be able to take the orders based on the make to orders and manufacturing scenario. But they are manufacturing the product. As soon as they will receive the product, they will manufacture this product, but from their another warehouse, that is the manufacturing warehouse. So the components will be available from the another warehouse, that is from the manufacturing warehouse. And then whenever a finished product will be get produced, it will be automatically get moved to the manufacturing warehouse stock locations, right? And afterwards they will shift this particular product to the coating warehouse stock locations for coating purposes. And afterwards, after the coating will be done, they will again receive the product directly to their trading warehouse stock locations. That will be their showroom, or from directly they will be able to give their customer the finished product after the coating process will be done. Now let's check that how in Odoo this kind of the functionality will be available, and through the configurations how we will be able to achieve it. All right. So now let me just go to the warehouses first. So I have taken over here the one company scenario. My main company is the trading company, and I have defined multiple warehouses. Now basically you will be able to see for one is the trading warehouse. From here I will be able to take the orders from the customers. This is the manufacturing warehouse. From here the manufacturing process will be get done. The components will be also get consumed from this warehouse location, and after the product will be get manufactured or say produced, it will come on this manufacturing warehouse location. And afterwards there will be a draft transfer, or say the picking will be get done to shift it to the coating warehouse. And afterwards from the coating warehouse, the product will after the coating process will be get done, the product will be again get shifted to the trading warehouse source locations. Now let's see how this whole process will be get done. Okay, now for this, first of all, I have enabled the routes configurations and the multiple warehouse and the multiple stock locations things here. You can see the storage locations configuration is on, multi-step routes are on. Okay, so first of all, let me just go to the operation types from the inventory configurations part. And you can see from the manufacturing warehouse, I have gone to the manufacturing operation type over here. So by default, the route as the source location and the destination location is selected as the main MRP stock location, right? So from here, for the raw materials purpose, I have made another location, that is the raw material location. So basically the components will be get consumed from this location, and the destination location for the finished product is the MRP W stock location, right? Now over here, I have gone through the routes, and I have created one route over here, that will be the manufacturing to the coating to the trading. So basically whenever a product will be get produced at my manufacturing warehouse, we will have to transfer this product to the coating warehouse, and afterwards we will have to transfer this product to my main trading warehouse, right? So I have created one route over here. So you can see the route here, in which I have created two rules. First rule, I have created a push rule, that is the push to, in which the operation type I have defined a new operation type, that will be the manufacturing to coating. And in here I have defined the source location is the manufacturing warehouse stock location. Here the main finished product will come, right? And the destination location is my coating stock location, right? And afterwards I have defined the another push to rule, that will be from coating stock location to the trading stock location. So I have defined it, and from here the source location I have defined basically I have defined one another operation type as well. So I have defined the source location as a quoting stock location, and the destination location is my main warehouse stock location. So I have defined in both of these two rules, I have defined my automatic move as a manual operations. If I want these transfers to be get automatically created and validated automatically, I will select these options. Automatic, no step will be added. But although this process is a manual process which requires a manual man work or a labor work in between to shift one product from one location to the another warehouse location. So I have defined manual operation as per my scenario. In the another rule also, I have defined my automatic move as a manual operation scenario. All right. Now let's take an example over here. Now let me just go to the products and show it to you my scenario. Okay, so I have basically created one finished product which is having right now no any quantity available, and in which I have defined another product also in the product master. Basically that will be the another product, that will be, let's say, components. So I have taken two components, component 1 and component 2. All right, and I have made one bill of material over here that will be used to make this finished product. Component 1, component 2, one quantities that will be used to create a one quantity of the finished product. That's fine. Wonderful. And over here I have taken only a simple scenario. Okay, now let me just go to the sales and create one sales order over here. Now let me just define my customer as say John customer. Okay, I'm taking my finished product over here, that is the finished product, let's say one quantity. If I want, as per my scenario, I can also take multiple quantities as well, right? Now let me just define the price. I can also define my finished product price from the product master as well, but as I have not defined the price properly there, I am defining the price in the sales quotation master, sorry, the sales quotation lines. All right, so I have defined my finished product quantity. I'm just confirming this order, and as you can see that as per the make to order and manufacturing, and this from this routing process, the system is defined has defined this manufacturing order and the delivery. Why? Because in the finished product configurations, in the inventory routes, whatever the inventory route I had created, like manufacturing to quoting to trading, I also enabled this route over here. And the make to order and the manufacturing route I have also enabled over here. By going to this inventory route, let's say if I'm just going to the inventory route and I'm just seeing this route, I have also enabled that this route will be get visible on the products. So if you want to visible this route on the product categories or warehouse or on the sales order lines or on the package type, you can also use this, enable this route and use it accordingly. All right, now let's get back on the sales order again. So as you can see, the manufacturing has been generated. The manufacturing order is generated. Now the particular delivery to John is waiting for the another operation. That's right. Now let's go to the manufacturing and produce this all product. Now before producing, let me show it to you. The components location is coming from the my manufacturing warehouse raw material location, and my finished product location is coming from the MRPW stock location. All right. Now let me just produce this all two products. Now let me go to the product moves. My manufacturing has been done for this one quantity. Now you can see the raw material has been consumed from this location, and my finished product is finally gone to this MRPW stock location. But this is not sufficient. We will have to move the stock again to from this manufacturing warehouse stock location to the quoting stock warehouse locations, and finally from the quoting stock warehouse location, when the quoting process will be get done, we will have to again shift my final product to my main trading warehouse location, right? Please keep note here, that is we have not tracked any kind of the quoting process in the in this ERP operations. All right, so I am just going here now. Based on my routes configuration, you can see the transfers has been generated. Now this transfer, the trading warehouse manufacturing to the quoting has been automatically generated MRP from my MRP stock location for the finished product to my quoting stock location, right? I will validate it and this product has been shifted to my quoting warehouse stock location. Now afterwards the next transfer has been also generated. You can see I'm clicking on the next transfer and you can see from my quoting warehouse stock location, the destination location is will be the warehouse stock location. That will be my final trading warehouse stock location, right? You will be able to see these operations over here. Now you can see, let me just validate these also. So these all processes will be done, right? And if I am going to my delivery, I will be able to see that my delivery is coming from waiting for another location is now get shifted to the ready stage. Because why? In my finished product, that is now one quantity has been getting transferred over here from my quoting warehouse location to my main WO stock location, right? So I will go here and my final delivery to my John customer, I will validate it and this delivery will be get done. Boom, right? So that will be quite very easy to move the stock from one warehouse location to the another warehouse location. You can see this scenario. You can use this scenario. You can configure this scenario by yourself, and you can use this scenario for different kind of the industries, for different kind of the business scopes and verticals. As per the requirement will be changed from the client. We will have to change the configurations as per the client need, and by using this Odoo standard functionality we will be able to achieve this scenario. So that's it about this video. Thank you guys, thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you will have still any kind of the query or question, please don't hesitate to ask us. And if you will have any kind of your business requirement, then please share your business requirement details on contact@synconics.com, and we are having a very efficient and a strong powerful team to convert your requirements into Odoo or ERP as a digitalization process. All right, so please contact us in case of any requirement. Now have a nice day guys. Bye, take care.